Hello my fibre friends, and how are we all doing? Happy New Year and everything. Gosh, can you believe it was 2 days ago? Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful sunny day here, but oh my word, it is cold. Rick and I went out for our daily walk and it's very slippy underfoot. So yeah, and yesterday we went out for a walk as well. We were out for over an hour yesterday. Always like to go out for a nice walk. Anyway, pull up a chair, grab yourself a coffee, and let's see what I've been up to this week, shall we? Well, obviously with it being the new year and everything, new start and whatever, and I had a little parcel arrive this morning just before I come up. My granny square block that I wanted, my blocking board. So I'm quite pleased with that. So I got that arrived, and I finished a project. Now a lot of you know Julie, the whippy chick, and she's, for the past couple of weeks, she's been wearing this beret, and I just fell in love with it. And anyway, she made a pattern, and you can find it on Ravelry. It's called Snow Day Beret. So as soon as it went live, I bought the pattern, and I sat here, not New Year's Eve, the day before New Year, New Year's Eve. So I bought it, and I've made it, and I've worn it and wear it when I go out. And I used a chunky yarn, and I'm so pleased with it. I'm going to be making myself another one as well. But I made this to go, this colour to go with my walking coat, because it's kind of a mustardy colour, and I thought that would look nice. But doesn't it look nice? And it crochets up really well. The pattern is so easy to follow. So yeah, I'm really pleased. So I'll be doing that again. And things that I've got on progress. Well, remember that jumper that I was telling you about, this one? Oh, let me get this pattern out. Remember me showing you this pattern? And I didn't really like this. Well, I tried a few different other patterns, you know, other stitches. They just didn't look right. So I decided, you know what? I was speaking to my friend Jill, and she said, just do the pattern. She said, you can wear a nice white camisole, or you could even wear a pale blue camisole, or even a pink camisole under it. So I thought, right, I'm going to do the pattern. So I've done the pattern, and I must admit, why I didn't do the pattern in the first place, but I've done the pattern. And it's looking real good. I'm really pleased, and it looks so nice. And the clusters, I must admit, these are my first time I've done clusters, but I don't think I've done too bad, do you, for my first clusters? So yeah, so that's that one in progress. So that's progress number 1. And then so that's that. And then very good friend of mine, well, she's my neighbour, she lives at the bottom of the road. Telling her about all crocheting and whatever, and she said, oh, she's got a pattern. So this is a very old pattern. Don't even know the year. Patterns don't do years, do they? Anyway, it's very old. It's an old pattern. So I'm making that for her in this yarn, and I can't remember the name of the ball bands downstairs. Anyway, so I'm doing that for her, and I've done that much so far. So I've done that much so far. So I'll be working on that tonight while I'm watching TV. So that's 2 works in progress that I'm doing, 2 of my whips. My 3rd whip is going to be finished today, and it's a cushion cover, the chevron. First time I've ever done chevron, and I'm really pleased with it. And the yarn I've used Derry Moore's anti-pilling, and I cannot rave about this wool enough. I absolutely adore it. I really, really do adore this yarn. It is so soft and it crochets up beautifully. I really do love this anti-pilling. And I've used this, sorry, I'm having a summer moment. I can feel, do you know when I start having a summer moment, me ears tingle. It sounds stupid, doesn't it? Me ears tingle. I can feel my ears tingling, and I can feel myself getting warmer and warmer and warmer. So if I end up with red cheeks, you know why. Anyway, I bought this Women's Institute, and this is from our Hobbycraft, and I think it would be either Hobby Lobby or, yeah, it's Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I know I've seen it in either one of their shops, and it's nice, but I don't think I would knit a jumper or a cardigan with it. I just don't like, compared to that, I much prefer, I would definitely, in fact I do, I definitely will wear that against my skin, where I wouldn't with that. And it is 100% acrylic, and I can't wear wool. I'm allergic to wool. If I use wool, my hands swell, and I can't stand it on my skin. It just, I don't know what it is. Anyway, so it's a nice yarn for blankets and cushion covers and things like that. It'd be nice for a hat as well, because obviously I've got my hair on me. But yeah, they're nice. But anyway, so there, I think I've got 10 more rows to do, and I've finished that. And I got the pattern from this book from my friend Jen, and that's the cushion. But I decided to do the 2 colours because I wanted to follow the themes of greens in my room. So that's what I've done there. So I've done that, and now the 4th whip. Very ambitious, aren't I? My 4th whip. I've only done 1 round, and I've not made amigurumi animals before, but this is what I'm doing. Obviously, being a cat lover, so I'm using this Hello cotton. And it's so I've just done my first round. That's how far I've got. Looks, so hopefully by next week I'll have done a bit more. So yeah, so they're my whips that I have in motion at the moment. What else did I want to talk about? My shelves are all nice and full, and a couple of you lovely ladies have asked if I can do a little video showing you the shelves. So at the end of this video I'll move my chair out the way so you can get a clear view of my shelves, and I'll do a nice little video of that. What I've decided to do as well, I got myself a notebook, and just to jot things down of what I wanted to talk to you about. I've had a message on one of my videos today from a Janet James, I think it is. Let me just confirm that. I don't want to get the poor lady's name wrong. Yes, it is Janet James. And Janet asked me in my basic tutorials to talk about yarn weights and ball bands and patterns, and actually it was on my list to do, but it was a good suggestion. So from let me just see, 7th, so from the 14th of January, which will be tutorial Thursdays, I start my basic back to basics. Do you know, my back to basics tutorials, and one of the first things I am going to actually talk about is the ball band, the weights, and that. So that'll be the first one, where I'll talk about that, and then I'll go on to making a chain, single crochet, double crochet, treble crochet, and each week I'll go through them, especially being a left-hander. And I've had quite a few people, you know, looking forward to these videos, so I hope I do them justice. And you know, it's a bit nerve-wracking for me, but let's just hope they help someone, you know, kind of being a left hooker. So, and I think us hookers, crochet hookers, wouldn't get away with calling ourselves hookers or hooking friends or whatever in any other form of context, really, outside, in the outside world, would we? We're hookers. Anyway, so my New Year's resolutions, did you make any? I did. I made 3. So my first resolution, well, is to try and reach 3,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. I'm up to 2,240 something, I think, at the moment, so it'd be really nice if we can get up to my 3,000 by the end of this year, which would be lovely. Another one is I want to, every time, I want to learn new stitches, but I want to incorporate these new stitches that I learn into a piece of work. Be it a granny square, be it a poncho, be it a blanket, a throw. I want to incorporate these new stitches that I learn into projects. And then the last one, my last one is I'd like to create my own patterns. I've got an idea for a sweater, and I'm just playing around with the idea on, but I want to learn new stitches first before I attempt that. So I would say hopefully about June, July-ish, maybe start on trying to create my own patterns, but we'll see. But I'm giving myself 6 months, so you know, kind of at least every month I want to have learned 2 or 3 new stitches, patterns, you know, the shell, the waffle, just to name but a few. There are a lot of stitches out there, aren't there? One of the videos that I'm going to talk about as well, so Tuesday, don't forget to come back on Tuesday because I've got a new giveaway. They might not be in the range of crystal at Bag a Day, but it's still a giveaway. So I was going to say something to you and it's completely gone out of my head. That's old age creeping in on me, isn't it? Oh, I was going to say something to you. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. So Tuesdays are going to be a variation, going to be a variety of different videos on a Tuesday, but Thursdays will always be tutorials, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So Tuesdays are going to be a mixture of giveaway. The first Tuesday, the last Tuesday will be the winner announcement. I'll do a yarn haul, and then the other one, the third Tuesday of this month, I'm going to talk about Turkish dantelle, which dantelle is the Turkish word for lacework. And that is how I learnt to crochet. I learnt to crochet while I lived in Turkey in 1980. And I've still got quite a few of the patterns. I've shown a few of them to you before, but I've got an idea that I want to play around with first. But what I want to do is, in essence, is I want to show you what I've done, what I made many years ago, and also what cotton I used. It's not the exact cotton because I haven't got any Turkish cotton here, but I've got a cotton that is near to it as I could find, and I want to show you the hooks that I learnt with. So I just want to talk about that really. I mean, for me, the Turkish ladies, oh my goodness, their work is amazing with the lace work. Amazing. Honest, I've never seen work like it in my life, and it is so, and considering they're working with cotton, they go at a fast rate as well. Wow. My mother-in-law, well, my ex-mother-in-law, she was amazing, the work she did. And her, all the ladies in 1980 at that time, I don't know, times have changed, haven't they? I know there are, I follow quite a few Turkish crocheters on YouTube. So yeah, so I want to talk to you about that, because that was, you could say, the start of my journey into crocheting. And when I came back to England, I never bothered with it again, and I've crocheted on and off through the years. Did a flower here, a flower there. Oh, I've got a pattern. I've got a flower pattern that I want to do as well, and I think I'm going to do that on a Tuesday. That's going to be on a Thursday. What I think I might do is I'm not going to do the back to basics. So this Thursday I've got baby beanie. Then I'll do a back to basic, then I'll do something else, then I'll do a back to basic. I'll do it alternate, so it's not all the same old, because people will get bored, I think, and I don't want people to be bored. What else is going on? Well, we are on tier 4 here in the UK, in my part of the UK anyway, Warrington. So it's, you might as well say it's lockdown really. But obviously we can still go to the shops for our food shopping, we can still go out for walks. And because my dad is in my bubble, Rick and I go to my dad's to do his shopping. I do his housework for him and that. So yeah, so between us we see Dad quite a bit. He's not getting any younger, bless him. Yeah, so kind of we're in lockdown, and today they've just announced that all the primary schools shut for another 2 weeks because they should have gone back on Monday. This second strain of this other strain of the COVID is even deadlier than the first, which is very, very scary. Not good, is it? So I'd be surprised if, I mean, Rick and I are supposed to be going on holiday in April, which was cancelled from last September, so we'll see if that turns up. But the injections are starting to be rolled out, so God only knows when we'll get our injection. So we'll see, But it's scary times, isn't it? I mean, I hope this year is a damn sight better than last year. But on the plus side, it was a good year too. You know, I mean, I've always been a home bird anyway. So kind of, and I suppose because we've got our garden as well, we're kind of quite lucky. Because when we went on the first lockdown, the weather was gorgeous and we could stay, you know, sit in the garden and go for our walks and that. So, and husband didn't go stay crazy because he's a gardener, so he could get out in the garden and potter and whatever. But, and I had my card making and mixed media before I changed directions to my crocheting. So I think that is all for today. Thank you so much for... Oh, there's another thing that I wanted to tell you as well. I'm thinking about doing a live. I've never done one before on YouTube, so I'm thinking about it. So I need some information, so I'm asking for some help off you. For those of you who do live, like the lovely Granny D and Whippy Chick and Bitch and Stitch and Kate, the Yarn Geek and that, and Melanie, and who else? There's Kim. So I need some information off you. How do I go about doing a live podcast? I'd be interested to know. And will I be brave enough to do it? It's all right sit here talking to a camera, but when you've got to keep your eye on if people are actually listening. And who wants to listen to me waffle? Mind you, poor Rick, he has to listen all the time. Anyway, I'm going to turn you around, and as promised, I'll do a quick show and tell of my shelves, which are now looking really nice and full. And until next time, happy hooking and stay safe, please. Wear your masks, wash your hands, keep your distance, and stay home if you can. Love you. Bye for now. Take care.